Tomas Zidek, I'm back. For more content, check out my website tomaszidek.com.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Bang! Consulting, counseling, mentoring, training, coaching. Is that the same thing? For some people, it might be. For me, definitely not. And let me show you why. Well, what I hear too often is that those terms are just words. It doesn't matter which word we use for what we do. Well, it definitely doesn't matter if you're wearing basketball shoes while playing soccer, but it will matter if you want to become professional, if you want to become master in what you do. I think not caring about the details is careless and sloppy. If you do not care about the details, you will never achieve mastery. And at the end, mastery is what we should all aim for. We are professionals. We are trusted by our clients that the services that we provide will bring value to them. Just think about a really simple quadrant. On the horizontal axis, you have past on the left and you have future on the right. And on the vertical axis, you have asking at the top and telling at the bottom. Now think about past and future. Is that what you're doing? More focused on the future or more focused on the past? That means, are you fixing a problem that happened in the past, or are you trying to build some solutions for the future? Are you trying to build some new capabilities that will be useful for the future, or are you trying to fix something that happened in the past? When we think about telling and asking, so is your main communication pattern telling someone what to do, giving advices, or is your main way of communication asking questions to help the person think about some things from a different perspective? Let's imagine that someone is hungry and you want to help her. If you would be a consultant, consulting is past oriented. It usually includes fixing the problem. It's about why questions, getting to the root cause of the problem, so then you can advise. So you can tell what is your opinion, what do you think the solution is. So it's past oriented and it's more about telling than asking. And if you would be a consultant, you would ask the person, so why are you hungry? Why you do not have a full fridge? Why you do not have money to buy food? And after that, you will provide some advice, you will provide some solution. So you would say, maybe, you should try to look for a better job, or you should buy food at the other grocery store because it would be better for you. So it would include an expert advice. So in this particular scenario, you are acting as an expert who provides advice and you are fixing a problem in the past. Let's think about counseling. It's hard to talk about counseling in general because it's very important the background of the counselor and what model she uses for her job. Counseling is past oriented. Most of the counseling approaches are trying to fix some problem. So again, past oriented, same as consulting. Counseling is different than consulting in a way that it includes more questions than advices. So the counselor would ask you, how do you feel? What happened? What other perspective do you have? And the counselor, by using her questions, would try to help the person process the trauma, get through the negative experience, get through the problem. But it would not include direct advices, because that usually doesn't work. When someone has a problem, is depressed, is burnout in her job, it usually doesn't help to tell the person, well, life is great, just go on. That's not how counseling works. Mentoring is definitely a future-focused approach, because mentoring doesn't include the desire to fix a problem that happened in the past. You usually get mentored when you want to build some future solutions, future capabilities, acquire new skills, get better in something so you could become someone. Mentoring is more about telling than asking. That's the difference between mentoring and coaching. So mentoring includes a relationship which is hierarchical. It includes a more experienced or more knowledgeable person who acts as a mentor and a client who receives advice from the mentor, also called mentee. Mentoring is therefore future focused and is about telling. Someone who is experienced will tell you how she would treat the situation. If someone would be hungry, the mentor might say, well, let me show you how to build a fishing net. Let me show you how to become the best fisherman in the local area. Training is another future-focused approach that includes more telling than asking. Usually the trainer will provide a content to build some future solutions, to build new skills, new capabilities, and will be more about telling because the content is already predefined. Of course, there can be some questions. Great trainer will always try to stay connected to the attendees of the training or trainees. But it's more about telling as the content is predefined. Trainer acts as a more experienced person in the relationship. The relationship is hierarchical and the people receiving the training might be called trainees. The difference between mentoring and training is that in the training the content is already predefined, while in mentoring the content can change anytime based on the current desire from the mentee. Last one, coaching. My favorite. I love coaching and I'm a certified solution-focused coach, so that's why. Even though I do a lot of training, I do a lot of consulting, I do a lot of mentoring, I still love coaching the most, and let me tell you why. Coaching is a future-focused approach and is more about asking questions than telling the person. It's a non-hierarchical relationship where the two parties partner together. On the one side you have the coach and on the other side you have the coachee. The coach is not an expert in the topic. The coach is an expert in the coaching process, in the way how she asks questions. The client is expert in her field, but is looking for a thought-provoking conversation. Coaching is future-focused and is about asking questions. That's the biggest difference between mentoring. Mentoring is about advising. In coaching, we usually do not advise. We are forbidden to advise. We do not want to advise because advising creates dependency. An experienced certified coach will help you create awareness, set your goals, design actions, and will encourage self-reflection. And these are the main differences between coaching, counseling, consulting, mentoring, and training. In the next episode, we will take a look at what's in it for the client. Have you enjoyed today's show the same way I did? Then hit the subscribe!